And what's happening? What's going on with y'all? Happy Sunday. Welcome to another episode of the Knucklehead Chronicles podcast, panel edition. It is your man, the guru, along with my homie, K Peeps in the building. E Diggers around here somewhere. He's on there grayed out in the bottom. Man, what kind of message you making, bro? Like, I don't understand.
That's how we start the show off
What's up,
today.
Q?
Hey, but just for the audience, that blooper just happened live. But
Yeah.
I might add, we did not coordinate our colors. We twinning today.
Yeah,
I like this vibe.
there was no coordination in colors. So anyway,
Yeah. But I'm just wearing a better hat than him.
well, that is
My Atlanta Braves hat is the shit's Naz Nizzle. What up, my man?
What's going on, y'all?
What's
Ooh, there
happening,
go
man?
that
What's
light.
happening?
That's that brightness in there. Ooh.
I know, right? I hate
I
that damn
actually
camera.
look at.
I'm gonna bust that camera if I ever see it. I'm gonna bust it just because I
Damn.
don't want to.
God
No
damn.
more. You're gonna go back. You're gonna go back doing what I'm doing. Using the computer webcam. That's what you're gonna. Dang it! You got my nerves.
Like, turn your lights off.
All the way off.
All the way
I'm
off.
gonna pull a whole Teddy Pendergrass out here. Turn them off. I'm telling you, that's the whole. Anyway, what's going on with you guys, man? Happy Sunday. Listen, we got a great show. We're going to talk about two things all day long. Hey, Ben, what's going on, man? I'm glad you're here, brother.
Ben in the house.
Speaking of Ben, while he's in here, we'll give a shout out to the guys over there at BS3 TV, Network TV. You guys can come and check us out live on Sundays at 2:30 p.m. on the BS3 Network on Roku. If you have a Roku device, go ahead and download that and check us out live. Right? You can leave any comments and nothing, but you can yell at the screen all you want to. But I won't be able to see none of that. So a couple things we're going to get into. But before we do that, fellas, how was your week? I know Eve, before we went live, I know you sent me a message and you were feeling the gun weather. How you feeling, bro?
Man, toothache pain is the worst pain. Like me and Linnea was just watching a movie, and some said scoop, scoop.
Oh, you
And I
tooth
was
did?
like, "Yo, my
Your tooth
tooth."
spoke?
Yes,
Oh shit!
and it is horrible. Like right now, it's kind of faintly coming back.
Where is it? Is it the
So
wisdom tooth? What is it?
Right here.
Okay, listen.
Right
I
in
tell you
here.
what. I got an Easton downstairs. I can send to you. And
No, I call
got
this. I'm pulling rank. I got some pliers right next to me.
oh no, don't do it pliers. Why?
You
Don't
can
do it
do.
pliers. Hey,
You're
Kev, how was
talking
your week,
about a bat.
Hold up.
Yeah,
I ran.
Kev, how was your week, brother?
Oh man. This is gonna be a blessed week. We're running up, as you know, Terry's anniversary.
Thursday. Right?
Thursday. Mine is coming up very shortly. Actually on Sunday. So Sunday is our blessing in a week from today.
Yeah.
So next Sunday our show will be running. I still will be on, but I'm still gonna be on the show. She'll jump.
I tell you
on.
what.
I know.
Let's do an anniversary show. Let's do that. You bring Jen on, I bring Melissa on. There you go.
We can do that.
The lady won't come on camera, but
I'm gonna try. I'm
gonna have to have a conversation with her.
Cool.
That would be dope, though. That would be a great show.
Right.
But then again, also, of course, I miss my kids. She gonna show up, baby. You gonna be on the show.
Jen on the show.
No, but I got my kids. I took my kids back last week. I missed them a lot, but I got my brother in who just came in last night. My brother Pete came in from Mississippi with my three nieces. So blessing to have them in town. I got to see them last night, pick on them, took them out to dinner. So yeah, man, it's gonna be a good week overall this week. I look forward to it. Oh, and I started my second job. Let's go.
Hey man, you are just making me crazy, boy. I tell you. So we're gonna do. We got a couple topics. So if you have not shared the broadcast yet, please go ahead and share it, right? Because we're going to talk about Uvalde. That's the first thing we're going to get into. Well, there's some new video that has surfaced with the cops in the hallway of Uvalde, Uvalde School. And then our topic for what's up, Danielle? How are you doing? And then our topic today is going to be: you ever wonder how you made it from where you came from. You ever one that sometimes you just sit and you be like, man, I remember when I was 18 and this happened to me and that happened to me. And how did I get here at 47 or how did I get 30 or whatever? So that's what we're gonna get into that as well. So make sure you guys share the please share the broadcast out. If you are on Facebook watching me right now, watching us right now, please hit the emojis. That way you're in the algorithm. So when we go live, you'll be able to see it when we go live. All right. So without further ado, all right. So now the first thing we'll get into is the Uvalde shooting. Now you guys are, if you guys are familiar, we lost 21 people. But Uvalde, 2 teachers at 19 students. And it's still heartbreaking, right? It's still a heartbreaking situation, and new things are surfacing behind this shooting. There is some video now that has surfaced with the cops inside of the hallway of the shooting here. I think CNN broke it the other day. Yeah. So I'm gonna run a little bit of it. You know, Facebook will mute some stuff in a minute. You don't mind?
I don't think they'll mute this.
Okay, they mute it. Okay. Well, here we go. Watch this.
Wait, I can hardly hear it. I'm sorry.
My bad. I did not fix my settings. Pray for me. Hold on. I got you right here.
Dear Heavenly Father,
I come to you as humbly as I know how. All right.
Fix the audio.
Let's try it again.
Eyes from what is difficult.
Better.
Tendency to just want to move on. It's human nature. I understand, and believe me, I understand that. And sometimes the news does require a shift in focus. But just because the cameras leave a location doesn't mean the quest for information has ended or that the trauma has ended.
I'm going to fast forward through some of this because this is a lot of
can't happen. One of us wanted to, without staying on the.
Sorry, y'all.
And those 2 brave teachers who were killed on May, left wondering how and why and what is it. Just to listen to what is happening.
I should have previewed
but
this.
Here's an overview of what you're going to see. And in classrooms,
okay,
you should also prepare yourself because we will play the sounds of the gunshots ringing out. Now that has not been playing out.
I want to fast forward this because it's a lot of commentary from her.
Yeah, it's a lot.
What are you going to look for? And we all know how difficult this is
But here is how
difficult it is, and for you to be there day.
I think we passed it. I think you passed it. Because it's a 4-minute clip, and it's
taken lightly that we.
I think they.
I'm sorry, y'all.
Be looking for. Shimon, you have been on the ground. You have been.
But we can discuss it. We can discuss it.
Either way, let's do this. Is that with the video, the cops, they show video of the cops standing in the hallway. The gunman is down the hall shooting. There's video of cops doing different things, right? One cop was sanitizing his hands as the shooter. You could hear the gunshots in the video, even though they won't play it on CNN. I caught the video where they was doing you could actually hear the gunshots. Now, you got 30 or 40 cops sitting in the hallway, standing in the hallway, and you have a mad gunman gunning down kids 100 feet from you.
Are you saying when you say cops, are you talking about the school police or the actual?
I'm talking about the tactical force unit, the SWAT team, or whoever they had in there.
Yeah. Okay. So here's what it is, and I'm pulling up the video on Facebook, but
if you can pull it up, go ahead and run it if you can.
I'm gonna pull it up. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna send it to you. But here's what we're looking at, folks. While I'm looking at this, while I'm pulling it up. We have there, and I'm trying to find the 4-minute video. There's plenty of videos going around, and there's too much like commentary in between, and you can't really think this is it right here. As a matter of fact, copy link, send it in the chat. But anyway, Talking move, Kevin. So
Yeah.
I'm back. All right, so I sent it to you. Maybe you can pull it up. But what you'll see in the video is the cops. These are the city cops and sheriffs pulling up. But mind you, this is only 25 minutes away from where I live, where I'm standing right now.
Wow.
I was at work. I was at my second job when this happened, and my wife blew my mind when she said Uvalde, and I thought it was a joke. Like, not a joke, but I thought it was like, it can't be. It can't be real. And it got me so emotional because I know one of the kids. Well, I met one of the kids that I used to coach against in baseball. I got emotional. I was on the phone with my mom. Y'all know that whole breakdown. We had a whole show about this.
Yeah.
But I want to give y'all the emotional part of this because now that I'm so emotionally invested into what really happened, being that it was close to me and this little kid that played a role in my life, shortly. This video airs out and it pisses me off to my core. The level of pistosity is just unbearing as you watch the video. So the video, what you're gonna see is a gunman coming in, right? That's the gunman. That's the how do you want to say
Oh my gosh.
yeah. Now he turns. Um, and this is actually isn't one of the videos. This isn't the video that I watched. What it is the audio, and I think Facebook took it off because I was looking for
I got it on mute. So.
Right. All right. So pause right there. This is the accident. Literally less than 100 yards away from the door. So if you go straight down where you see the words are, if you were to get the arrow and go straight down to where the words, the subtitle is, right?
Yeah.
That's where the entrance of the door is, where he went through. So some people went out there. You can go ahead and press play. I'm gonna give you a play-by-play action. And I think they're gonna fast forward maybe a little bit where people go and check on him to go see right there. They fast forward and shots were given at him. So this is him just rolling around. But that accident where this is where he decides, you know what? They're going, and the teacher had pause right there, right quick. There was a teacher that left that door right there where he's going in. The teacher went outside to look and see what happened. When she saw the accident, she said, okay, let me go get my phone. Let me dial 911. And she left that door open. So that being said, those guys that ran off in a different direction. They didn't go in the school because they didn't want to draw attention, which was quick thinking.
Right.
Because anybody else would have been like, oh, but very quick thinking. But the teacher left the door open, and those doors are normally locked. So when she left it open, that gave him, had he gone to any other door, he wouldn't have gotten in. Just so happened he got into that one. So go ahead and press play. It's really gonna make y'all mad, y'all. I'm warning y'all. Those of you that are emotionally invested as I am. My wife showed me. She was like, I can't believe. Oh, this is one of the kids right here. He spotted him, and he's like, "Oh shit!" Took off running. Here's where you hear guns, the shooting. And this is where they come in. All right, these are the cowards I call and police. He started shooting at one of them, and he's constantly shooting as this is going on, y'all. This is, I mean, there was one of the comments from the police saying, "Hey, we don't have the firepower."
What?
Because we got
Wait a minute.
because we got handguns to his
You do the
AR.
packet in fours, bro.
But he said we don't have any, we only got shotguns and we only got handguns. I saw plenty of ARs and I'm looking at ARs right now, but they continue to look. Pause right there right quick because this is the 2 minute and 30 this video is 2 minutes and 30 seconds. And then you pause right there where I'm about to get pissed. So another play-by-play action. So before this, in between that time frame, right? The they're gearing up. And you know, there was cops outside, like I said, that was complaining, hey, we only got handguns, we can't go in. They arguing with the parents. The parents are trying to rush in and say, hey, let me go get my kids. I don't know about y'all. And actually, no, I do know about y'all. So I'm going to speak on behalf of my team, Terry and E. Your kids are in that school. I know damn well all three of us are running. You're going to have to shoot me. My son Elijah, my daughter Sophie, that are small and can't defend themselves. You're going to have to shoot me, right? Oh, we're going to get to that right now, Q, because I'm that. Lord. Anyway, you're going to have to shoot me to get in. Now, this is what the cops are saying outside of that damn school. The coward that is caught on video saying that shit is... Ooh, I'm swinging on that cop, first of all. Now, I'm not, my kid wasn't even in there. But imagine, I can only... Man, so these helpless kids are being shot and killed. Now, here's another piece of this piece of shit cop that's getting hand sanitizer, worried about COVID at this moment, I guess.
Man, please.
There's, and if I'm not mistaken, or it's either him or someone else on their phone. As a matter of fact, they cut that part out. There's a part, like I said, there's a 4-minute, 30-second video, and there's a part where the cops first come in, and within 20 seconds, the cop gets on his phone, and he's looking at an app. He's looking at something on his phone. Your focus should be on the kids. If you don't have a radio, you should be on the phone talking, not looking at your phone, being distracted by bullshit.
That is crazy, man.
Now, and it gets worse. It gets worse, ladies and gentlemen. And we pause right here.
What's up, Snow?
Where it can get worse. What's up, Snow, man?
Hey, what's up, Snow?
Man,
That might be cold. It might be cold.
It's either Cole or Brian, but either way, man. Look, welcome, fellas, man. I love those guys. Those guys are actually dope. I was on their show once, and I'd love to be on the show, but they are really good at what they do. But going back, man, so like I said, it gets worse. We pause on the hand sanitizer. Why are we focused on that? Now, we have a gentleman leading the pack in the hallway. Do you see the group of cops up front?
Up front, yeah.
Yeah. So the gentleman is not even a cop. He is Border Patrol. And that's not, they're not even supposed to participate in this type of thing unless they get, permission, but they have no permission of even being in the building. But they're there because they have the balls to lead the way that those cops couldn't and sheriffs couldn't. You see, sheriffs are piled up right here next to this gentleman. We're getting hand sanitizer. Those cops are there with ARs and not doing shit. As a matter of fact, the gentleman in the very far back, that's the Border Patrol. That's one of the Border Patrol. You see his uniform is different. It's green. That's right. Border Patrol. There's 3 others, and there's the one that kills the gunman, the coward shooting kids. He kills the gunman. He's Border Patrol. They had no permission to be there to begin with. But they was there. The one that shot the guy, as a matter of fact, was in a barber shop getting a haircut. He got his barbershop's shotgun, went there and went to go make something happen. But he grabbed one of the cops' ARs and went in there and he killed him himself. I wish I had like a first view of that punk ass getting shot. I'm sorry, Jesus. But y'all see what I'm on though, right? Like this is the emotional roller coaster I'm on because of stupid ass cops that want to go out and harass people. You will harass people when there's no adversity, no pushback. They have they're literally no threat to you. But when you have a fucking threat, you have a serious threat. He's killing innocent kids, and you sit there on your ass with your hands underneath the ass as if you can't do nothing.
Let's do this. Let's go back to the hand sanitizer cop because the more I'm watching this still, the more pissed off I'm getting. Right?
I told you it was gonna happen.
Because I'm like, okay, first of all, who told you to leave the house in that plaid shirt? First of all, who told you that? Secondly, and
This
then
man
you got
shops
the
at
nerve,
Fashion Nova.
and then you got the nerve to sit there while there's an active shooting going on, sanitizing your hands for what?
Somebody need to take some of that sanitizer and smack the shit out of him.
You know what I'm
Squirt him in
saying?
the eye with that hand sanitizer. Like
Yo,
what?
like,
What is
oh
shooting?
my
What
God.
what does this active shooting have anything like Terry said to do with your
Hands being sanitized.
your hands?
Get out of there.
Like you want to kill the guy with clean hands? Did any of the cops go by and say, "Hey, you need a little bit of this. You need let's shoot our let's clean our hands before we kill this motherfucker." Like if you don't get your ass back to your home,
And look where they standing at. Like none of them are up there.
There was
none of them are up there with the Border Patrol police. Like,
let me tell you, there's like 3 other cops in cop uniforms up there besides the Border Patrol. In the 4 minutes, the 4 minutes, because of course it's I think it went 77 minutes without any type of action. Now in that time frame, of course, they shortened it down to a 4 minute and 30 seconds, which is some of the most important things you needed to see. And the so-called lieutenant or whoever's in he made all the sources. He changed his stories. He's changed his narratives. He's made excuses on why they didn't do shit. Now, this video literally shows us from the school that they literally sat with no sense of urgency, even after a couple of more gunshots. Now, hold up. Pause right there. Very important. They finally killed the coward. And this guy is like, hey, hold up, right? Here's the most important thing I want y'all to see. Look at how active. Go back a few seconds, right quick. I appreciate that, Terry. You doing a hell of a job. I want to say. So right there, he's telling Border Patrol who wants to jump in there right now, like, hey, hold up, let's get kill confirmed and all this. He's telling them this in the video. He's like, hey, hold up, let's we want to make sure. Other Border Patrol had already gone through. I think it's, if I'm not mistaken, there's like maybe 7 to 10 on scene in this hallway. The rest are cops and sheriffs. There are no cops, even the ones in the corners, that haven't budged.
Those are Uvalde cops in the corner.
Have not fucking budged. Not one muscle. So go ahead and press play, man, because I'm telling you, and this cop right here is pissed at him. He's like, no, you know what? Fuck that.
The one that was holding, the one that was, I saw a hand. He had his hand on his shoulder, like holding him back. Are you talking about that one?
No. The one in the middle, he's like, so there's a guy doing this. He's like, like, stop, hold up. So there's 2 in green. You see the one, the 2 in green are Border Patrol.
Right.
Those 2 wanted to move in. Now they cut it short. They started that clip a little too late because they wanted to rush in. As soon as they heard gunshots, they want to go in and make something, happen.
Right.
The one with the hand on the shoulder, that's a tactical way to, go behind somebody with protection or what have you. I don't know what that made no sense to me. I have a buddy that's in that I was discussing that with. He's like that, the hand on the shoulder is, hey, I got your 6, I got your left, I got your right. That's to let you know you got them. But those guys right there, you see where he took his glove off. He took his glove off because they're wanting to make something happen. But those are the parents wanting to rush inside the school. This video is actually more in detail where they give excuses and bullshit on why they didn't go into school. That parent was pissed, by the way. And You can see he's a council member, as a matter of fact, but you can see how many people were pissed.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I don't know what to say.
Look at that.
They took the monument down. I think, if I'm not
They did?
mistaken,
Why?
I think my wife told me they took the monument down. I'm not sure why. I think they want to do something like they did with El Paso. That's my only thing I would think they're going to do now. And I wish I can get one of the residents on. From what I'm also hearing is also that, man, this is tough. That the parents are not getting the help, the counseling that was promised,
You know why that is, right?
the financial grief, given to them after what the situation that happened. I'm hearing a lot about they're not getting what was promised.
You know why that is, right?
Why?
Really? You have to ask that?
I'm
Because they're
I,
PLCs. Because they're PLCs. Think about it. Because they're PLCs. Had this happened in a predominantly white neighborhood. Now, I don't mean to make it a racial issue.
I didn't want to take it there, but
It's what it is.
And it is what it is. Like you said, it's a had it. Oh man, it's just tough, yo.
I mean, and it's bad.
It's tough.
It's
very
really
bad.
It's bad. I mean, and these babies.
So
watching that video of him walking into school, I don't mean to cut you off, but this young man, this murderer, this coward, walking into this school.
So here's my question. That part, when I found out that the teacher left the door open, my question was, did she leave the door open by mistake?
Oh, it was by mistake.
It was by mistake. Okay.
It was by mistake. And I feel bad for that teacher because that teacher, exactly, like that teacher went to go do a good deed.
Right.
She went to go not knowing the terrible outcome that was going to follow within minutes.
Yeah.
And he just walked in so freely.
There's in the video that I watched, you can hear the guy shooting at those two people that went to go check on him. Man, my shirt's wet. Sorry.
Well, because you was crying. You tried to.
Yeah, so when he shot, and then you can hear it cuts from that scene to the in school where you can hear through the speakers, "Get down, shooting, like go hide, get in." But no one went to go close that door. She never went back to go close that door.
Because she'd have got shot first. Had she done
No,
that?
she didn't. She didn't get shot first. Was she?
No, I'm saying she would have been.
Oh, she would have gotten shot. Yeah, that would have been the outcome also. Yeah. But when you're a person, and I'm not trying to put fault at her. I promise you, I'm not. But if you're a person of protection, the first thing you do is make sure all your surroundings are well closed. The doors are closed, they're locked, and this and that.
But here's the thing, okay? Can we honestly say? I mean, can you imagine the level of shock she might have been in, or would have been?
Still in shock.
I mean, you don't have all of your bearings when you're in the middle of something like that, and you see something potentially.
All of that go out the window. Yeah,
it does go out the window. And that's what I'm saying. I feel so terrible for this individual who's having to deal with this emotionally. It's like I know she's probably gotten death threats. I know she's probably gotten some sort of grief, she's probably getting it from all ends of the table.
Right.
And I feel so bad for her, man. Yeah. But what I want to do is I want to go pay my respects. I never got a chance to go pay my respects to them, even though it's that far. But when Biden came in, the day I had a chance to go is when Biden came into town, and they shut that whole thing down. Even the queen, wasn't the queen? What's her name?
The Duchess.
She's a princess. The Duchess was here. and she paid her respects, and she did it in such an unrecognizable fashion. Like it was a beautiful thing that she came in with. She came in in street clothes. No one knew who she was until a news reporter.
You're not gonna know who Meghan Markle is. Who don't know that? That's crazy.
Well,
but
I wouldn't have spotted her out. I wouldn't. I wouldn't have. You know.
Let's do this because I want to go. I want to get into our topic before we run out of time here. Listen, even though the cops did a horrendous job at Uvalde, there was one part of a video I saw somewhere where one of the cops, got a call from one of the teachers that got shot, and he was getting that phone call while standing in the hallway. My heart instantly went out to this man because I'm thinking to myself, going, how do I get a call from my wife? Mm-hmm. And to hear her say, because nobody knows the words unless they pull the transcripts from that phone call, right? But just paraphrasing, honey, I've been shot. This young man's in here shooting. I've just been shot. I love you. Kiss the babies for me. Whatever. I mean, can you imagine? Just
I'm in there. I'm in there instantly. I'm in there. Right? No, if I don't, this right here, no protection. Yeah, I'm in there instantly. I'm going to save my wife and these kids.
Yeah, we ain't gonna have this conversation. Yeah,
there's no, who's my protection? God is gonna be my protection at that point. Right. It's gonna be up to him to say, hey, it's either you did, it's time to go, or you did a good deed. I'm gonna leave you here.
When my son was in school, that was one of my biggest fears, because the school, every time when I came there, the doors were wide open. They had a buzzing system, but every time when I came there, the buzzing system didn't work, and I just walked right in. Right. So I walked in the third time. I think it was the second or the third time, and it was like all of these people, and I just went off. I said, how come? And I said it like real loud. It was like, how come this door is always fucking unlocked? And everybody stopped and looked, and you had people outside.
Yeah. It's a valid question.
I said, is it somehow, and then of course somebody's trying to, I said, no, I don't want to hear that. Like, y'all have security, right? And just when I said that, security walked in because I guess somebody called them or something. I said, just how somebody just called security to look at me as a parent, as a concerned parent, y'all need to have somebody at that door to make sure it is locked at all times. Anybody can walk in. Anybody can walk in this door, and now everybody is like, I'm like, just because I said something, now y'all gonna make this change. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying?
Not all heroes wear capes, man. Like, right. you are no matter, there could have been something that happened that you probably didn't even know. Somebody probably would have came in now, and then it's already, now that it's fixed, guess what? Because of what you said or what you did, it helped prevent an issue. It helped prevent more horrendous things to happen. And I have, thank you. You're far, you're miles and miles away from me, but thank you for potentially saving some idiot coming in there to do something stupid.
And so, I said that. I said, if I come here another time and this door is unlocked, or if it's Jimmy rigged, because that's what they were saying. They was like, well, the kids go out and they said, so it should be a random check. Right. It should be you should see this on your screen. Like, there was two big monitors. I said, what is that monitor? I even walked around. I was bold that day. I just bogarded the office. I went in there and I walked around. I said, what is this monitor? Where is this camera? You sitting right here. I was talking to the secretary. I said, you sitting right here and you don't see this because you preoccupied with all of these goddamn people in here? I said, come on. I said, pay attention. Y'all don't watch the news? So that's when I said, if I come here the fourth time, it had to have been like the third time I came. I said, if I come here a fourth time and this door is unlocked and I walk in, I'm calling the school board. And I say, I'm just not going to call the school board. I'm going to fucking harass the school board.
No, I'm calling the news on top of it.
Right.
So,
And I said, this school is going to be on the news for a door that's left unlocked for anybody to fucking walk in.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So then it
Here's
was like,
a question. Here's a question, you guys, before we move on to our topic here, our main topic rather. After all the dust settles, and because it's still a sandstorm going on right now behind Uvalde, but after the dust settles, do you feel that the cops in these videos should be somehow be civilly held civilly responsible for what happened?
I need him fired. I
All
need
of
him
them.
fired. I need him fired. I'm sorry. No, you know what? Unapologetically. You know what? I take it. I'm not sorry. I want their badge and gun on desk. You like I said earlier, that we find instances where cops will harass people
Right.
for nonsense, just straight
Right.
bullshit.
Right.
Right? People of color, straight
Right.
bullshit. But yet the moment they have a real fucking threat. You want to
They're
sit back?
cowards. They're cowards.
You want to sit back and we got innocent kids, 9, 10, some, ranging from 8 to 10.
Mm-hmm.
One
Cowards.
adult just sitting there, just getting assassinated, just getting killed, just getting murdered. This is a mass murderer in the building. You want to sit back on your damn ass and say, "Oh," and to that damn cop that made that comment outside, we don't have the firepower. I need your badge and gun too.
Now, if I catch you in the
To
street,
the
keep your badge and your gun. Let me see
to
you in the
the
street though.
to the cop that tackled one of the dads
Because
for wanting to run into the building. I need your gun and badge.
Yeah.
I need yours too. And for the mom that went in to go get her kids and come back out, thank you. I mean, I know you went in to go get yours, but still, that literally says a lot. There's so much you can say about that. We're not
But
even because I promise you, I can get triggered and we can go a total different fucking path. But that right there, I need every single one of them fucking fired yesterday. I was gonna say now, but I want them fired yesterday.
What I'm tripping on is you said they ain't had the firepower, but it's one of them. It's one of him, and it's like what 10, maybe more than 10 of them.
Yeah.
With protection.
Right.
A lot of them got their damn vest on.
That's why I can't understand.
You got handguns. You can tactically maneuver your ass to get in there and get the shit done. That's what training is for.
I was about to say that. I said, didn't y'all train for this in the academy?
Yes,
like y'all trained for this.
This is what training is fucking for. But you got the audacity to say, "Oh, he's got an AR." Like E said, there's one person with the AR, and it's about San Antonio police, San Antonio sheriffs, because again, Uvalde is part of San Antonio. So you got when the call went out, they asked for emergency backup, and 35 to 40% of the 40% of the cops from San Antonio rushed out there and was out there within that hour frame. So don't tell me you don't have the firepower. You have the men. You have the guns. You had ARs inside the fucking building and still took your fucking time. Tell me where I'm wrong, where there's got to be someone with the balls outside of Border Patrol to go in and do what they needed to do. You know what, Terry? Go. You know what, man? Let's go because I can't continue to go through.
So while Kevin unstews there, we're gonna go into. I mean, I totally understand the frustration, and I'm nowhere near Texas. That thing went out to my heart.
Right.
But we're gonna get into our main topic today. We're only got a few 20 minutes to go, but we're gonna get into it real fast. And so as I was contemplating this morning on what we're going to talk about today on the show, Kevin sought me the topic about Uvalde. You probably could have done the whole hour on Uvalde, but I wanted to get into a little something else. Now, my question is to the people that are listening and watching: Have you ever wondered how you made it? Now, I'm 47 years old. I mean, you guys are how I forget how. I think he's like 60 and Kevin's like 40 or something.
I'm 2 days older than Dirt, so look at his mouth. He's
Wait
like,
a minute. Hold up.
"You bastard."
Wait a minute. Why I gotta be 60 in this bitch? Like, what the hell? It's the gray hair. I know.
I'm sorry.
But I
He's
look
not 60.
good.
Jen, he's not 60. Quinn, he's not 60. Whoever is listening, he is not even close to being 60. But
Damn, E Digger is 60.
So here's my question. What is, and I'm gonna ask you first, Kev. In your age, what is the worst thing that you've gone through in this life? You look at it now and go, man, how did I make it through that one particular thing? Is there a thing? Is there a one thing?
It's one thing that happened. I mean, and it happened twice. I hit rock bottom twice.
Yeah.
And it had nothing to do with drugs. It had nothing to do with drinking.
Okay.
I just hit rock bottom twice, you know. I got divorced. And I at one point I was homeless. A lot of people don't know that. But I hit, you know, and then when you have family that you know, I had a target on my back, even at the time that I was still declining, hitting rock, you know, till I hit right before I hit rock bottom. It's like the boot stayed on my neck, and then that boot raised and just smashed me on the back of my head again. So the reasoning for me climbing back to the top, I think that's what you were asking, how I made it. Simple. Y'all see this picture? Right here.
That's a pretty girl back there. I'm not
she's
I'm
gorgeous.
not sure
She's
of.
beautiful. She's beautiful. Hey, she makes my world go round.
I feel that, buddy.
And I try to tell the world that everybody and anybody that on a daily basis. This woman right here in this picture. This is why I got this picture here. I need to hang it up. But right here, I got it in the spotlight for a reason. But she's the reason my life turned around. I moved here to San Antonio 7 years ago. I met her shortly after. We worked together, and I had interest in her right away because you know what? Cuss you out on live. But that's my wife, y'all. That's my baby.
No, you're not.
But she's the reasoning why I feel like I made it, because I always wanted a family. I've been a family man. I have my kids. I have my 3 kids, but I got two additional now of hers that are mine. So 5 total, and we have them every summer now, and it's a beautiful thing to sit back and you say, you know what, I made it. I literally do this, and I look at the broad picture, and I'm with all 5 of my kids together. That's how I feel like I made it. And all of them at each point come to me and say, hey, this is how I look up to you, and this and that. They all look. I made it. I did something. My dad didn't do for me. So I feel like I made it. I feel rich. I'm not rich in money. I'm not rich. I'm rich in life. I feel happy. My kids look up to me somehow, some way, and say, hey, this is what I can do thanks to you. So that's how I made it. I'm happy. I'm rich in kids and life and everything in general. So it's all thanks to this woman right here with that beautiful smile.
There. How about it, E?
Man, I'm gonna write a book. I'm gonna write a book. I
can't wait for that book.
Times where I lost both of my parents at a young age. I lost my dad when I was 13. I lost my mom when I just turned 18. Had brothers and sisters, and then I lost my brother, who was like my role model. You know, David, who I talk about often. Now I say this, I my sister just hit me up and said, how you doing? You know, I keep in contact with all my siblings. but it's that one. If you're blessed with brothers, if you're blessed with sisters, it's always one that stood out. And I thought after the passing of my mom at that age, I'm like, damn, you never think that you will lose your mom.
Oh, don't get me
When
started.
I lost my dad, that was the first time I experienced death ever.
Same here.
And it was like a gut wrench feeling, like, I don't have no father no more. At a young age, 13.
Right.
Then fast forward a couple years later, I lose my mom. And it was nothing but God. Nothing but God. Because if you sit here and you say, I don't believe in miracles, but miracles happen, because I was one of those kids that, I didn't want to be a burden to anybody. And right after the passing of my mom, my sister, my brother, he was contemplating, moving out, and we all separated, and I would have to go with one of them. And I said, I didn't want to do that because I don't want to be a burden. I didn't want nobody to worry about me and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I went to stay with a girl that I knew in school, and her mom, they was just bitches for real.
Okay,
It was
then.
a,
That's how you
it
feel
was a
about it.
bitch,
Yeah.
and sometimes I didn't eat. And some family ain't shit.
No.
So
I
I'm gonna
was
get your
working with
pastor an enemy, yeah.
right. I was
Yeah.
working with my cousin, and he knew the situation. I had just lost my mom, and you know, I was working with him at a shopping center here in Baltimore, and you would think that we related, we cousins.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
He'll look out for me.
Nah, left yanking. That's crazy.
So fast forward, word got out to my pastor of my church, and that here's a young man, no mother, no father, you know, quickly can turn to drugs, gangs, what have you. And he snatched me up and took me under his wing and moved me in. And I'm living with him for like 3 years. Then I moved into my own place,
Right.
And that's how I maintained, you
Mm-hmm.
know. Hit rock bottom for a minute. And this is with somebody. I was in a relationship with a fiance with my son's mom, and hit rock bottom because she believed that, I'm a man, I'm supposed to provide. She ain't supposed to do anything.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it was God, nothing but God, man. Like, plenty of days I wondered, like, how did I manage? How did I get out of all of this?
All of that. Yeah.
I had my son, and my son was born the biggest. I called my son the gift because when my brother died, he predicted the birth of my son.
Mm.
I understand how you feel about me. I'm not there,
Mm.
but I'm going to give you something to love.
Yeah.
And I was so anti-child. I was like, man, I ain't having no kids.
Ain't no
I'm
kids.
gonna be a player. Nah.
Hey, Aisha.
Hey, Asha,
Aisha.
what's up? Oh, Asha, what's up? How you doing?
Aisha. We just pronounced it all kinds of wrong. Sorry.
Right,
Man,
Asha,
we
yes.
both me and Jared butchered her name up. My
But
apologies.
yeah,
Well, I tell you
so
what. Oh, go ahead. You finished?
no, I was saying it was nothing but God, the grace of God
Oh, man.
with me all those years. He allowed me to see certain things. He allowed me to fall rock bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that was a test,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need you
Absolutely.
because I was in church. If you didn't find me home, you found me at church.
Mm-hmm.
And I stopped
Yeah.
going. So I think it was God that said, hey, whoo, remember me?
Yeah.
Okay, here you go. Bah.
Blessed.
And prayed and cried and prayed and cried. And
There it was. What's up, Trav? Hey, what's going on from BS3? What's going on with you? Glad you guys
Hey,
are
what's
here.
up?
Appreciate you.
What's going on?
Appreciate you. So let me get into mine because there's been many times in 47 years that I sat here and looked back and said, Lord Jesus, I should have been dead 10 times over. You know what I'm saying? After the stuff that I've done. But I want to first piggyback off what E just said about testing. This is a test. Everything that you go through in life is a test, and test. I see what you two probably don't know is that I have given a trial sermon before.
Wow.
And my trial sermon, my topic was, this is a test. Don't flunk it. That was my test. So that was my trial sermon. And so I was talking about how, life throws curveballs and tests, and, it is up to us whether or not.
I saw that. I did see it. I saw a
You did
replay. I saw a replay. I do
And
remember
so
now.
This is a test. Don't flunk it. And tests happen all the time. Now, I'm gonna piggyback off Kevin when we're talking about that little young lady behind you there on that little picture. I'm tell you something. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna run you guys 2 pictures real quick, just real quick. All right, don't laugh at me. This is because you guys haven't seen many pictures of my wedding day.
I saw a few.
It was the hottest day. It was the hottest day in Idaho, like ever. It was like hot, right? So this picture right here, this is my picture. I love this picture because this is me.
Yes.
On my wedding day.
Yes, I remember that one. Now, ladies and gentlemen, pause right quick. I know this is your time. I know we time limited, right? But this right here was Terry gave me this idea to do this. And I think this is when you did the first reveal, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
Terry gave me that idea.
Yep.
And I ran it through the miss here, Miss Peoples over here. And she's like, let's do it. And his reaction, he said, Kevin, when you do this, we had a whole conversation about this.
Yep.
It was like about 30 minutes, 35. He's like, when you do this, it's going to change your life. It's going to change the way you think about her and so forth. Let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, this man was absolutely correct. And I will be glad to give him his flowers right now. And from here going forward, for what he did for me on the day of my wedding. Because he called me the day of my wedding too, since he wasn't able to make it.
Right.
But he called me. He said, Kevin, what the fuck's going on with you? Why you nervous and this and that? And, but I will be glad to giving you your flowers, bro. That whole thing changed my life.
Yeah.
And that one entire moment, because y'all see the video. I'm gonna replay the video on the day of my anniversary on the 24th. I'm glad to play it on Sunday also.
It made me cry.
But I was in the same position like this that he's at, crying.
And let me give you guys a little bit of context behind this, okay? Because I've been through. I had at this point in that moment in my life, I had been through so much nonsense. 2 bad marriages, homeless, right there where Kevin was. I had been in a place of I didn't know who I was. That I contemplated suicide so many times, and all of that. That moment right there, when she turned around, or when she came down the aisle, and that Mr. Phil, who's standing beside me, my best man, said to me, "Hey, Tammy, she's here. Turn around." And when I turned around and I saw her, that's all I could do. Right there. That's it. I couldn't mumble a word.
That's what's up.
I couldn't say anything. That in that moment, right? Yeah.
You feel like you made it. You feel like you made it at that point. It was absolutely. It was, ladies and gentlemen. Again, absolutely I think that's got to be the second happiest moment of my entire life.
Yep. Right. They'll do it now. The second picture I'm gonna run you. This is where I told the devil to get the hell out.
Get gone.
Get the fuck gone. I was serious. You see that? Look at that. I meant that. I mean every bit of it. Get the hell on. I done been through enough to get the hell on. That's exactly what my wedding photographer, she does some money shot.
Go ahead. Can you do it for me?
What's that?
But that's how I made it. Yeah, that's how I made it. 47 years on this planet, 5 children, 5 grandchildren, and I look back and I think to myself, going, man, I'm blessed, and I'm only blessed because I went through. I had to go through what I went through to be the man that I am today.
Right.
So this is for everybody who's listening, and if you shared this broadcast, I appreciate you. I was on the interview show this morning with Cole Johnson, And one of the words that came to me was process. Sometimes we have to just process things. We have to process our way through things. You know, bad situations, homelessness, depression, whatever. We have to process our way through it. But what you can't do during the process is give up.
You gotta trust it. You gotta
trust the process. Exactly.
But can we literally say what the process is? When we substitute the word process, you substituting process with God. You gotta trust God. God is the process.
Yeah.
So when we say trust the process, you gotta trust God. You gotta put it in His hands. And I guess that's what Terry did as far as what I did. I had to trust him. You know what? Here, just it's in your hands. Just take it. But at that moment, just like Terry, I kid you not, I can literally say probably the same words that came out of my mouth. That's probably what Terry did the day when we got married. When you saw his hands, you'll see me in my video, and we're gonna talk about that before I have to go later on at the end of the show. But when I fell, I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
I'm here. It happened. Just like Terry told me it would happen. It happened. Yeah. My happiness didn't peak, it elevated. Now I'm on level 50 trying to elevate to a higher level. Like, and I can't see my life without this woman. Q was there. Thank you, Q, because Q witnessed this whole situation.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. And when I'm not gonna lie, because I can tell, because I can see Q out of my left, when he was on my left. So Q looked like he wanted to get a chair and throw it at my ass. I'm happy he didn't do that, by the way, or he's gonna slap me. But even my pastor was like, you can get up now. She's here. He even started singing, "Isn't she lovely?" But man, it was just your whole world of emotions. Well, and that's what I'm saying. I'm rich in love. I'm rich in just. I don't even need wealth to be happy. This is where I know I made it, because mentally, I matured to that level of.
I'm good with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm good with it. I know I was reading through somebody else's post. I think her name was Linnea. I don't know who that is, but I was just reading it on Facebook the other day, and she was like, I love him like it was the first day. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he's going to get it. I'm not sure what happened, but and that's what we're talking about. Because when you are going through it and you just feel like you can. And
you really can.
There would be somebody who is going to have your back and support you. Them the ones you latch on to, not them ratchet thoughts over there that don't mean you no good.
So
since in your life.
Since we talk about marriage, we upon a year, the 24th of this month is 1 year of us being married. Wait.
It's a year. Yeah, that'll be a year.
It's been a year, yeah.
A year.
The 24th.
Under the ring. Yeah, under the ring.
Under the ring.
Yeah.
On the 24th, because that's my.
Yeah.
What?
The 24th of July.
See, we've been podcasting together for how long? We didn't know that.
We didn't even know that. Like, that's so cool. We got married on July 24th of last year.
Right. So we went to the courthouse. I'm trying to think how it goes. She's going to kill me. We went to the courthouse and got legally married.
Right.
And then had the ceremony later because of COVID.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So she looked at me one morning. I swear to God, I was laying in bed and she was like, we should just go ahead and go down to the courthouse.
Go ahead on and do it.
Yeah. I said, okay. Called up my godbrother. Godbrother was my best man. Her daughter was the, matron of honor or yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Went on down there, got semi, cute, had on a button down and pants and had the rings and just did it. You know.
But no, he got sexy for his anniversary though. You got to
man.
You got to see for the ceremony. You got to see those.
Got suited and booted for the.
I think is what's important here, and it's the most. I don't know what's the words for it, but it's so cool that Terry's anniversary this week, your anniversary is on the same day as my anniversary. Like that's the dopest thing.
Crazy.
Like that's ultimately dope. Like
kindred spirits.
Can we get? You know what, man? We gonna do. I feel like what's the name of that podcast? Drink Champs. We on Drink Champs today. Let's give it up for the fellas, yo. Let's give it up for the fellas.
All right. So listen, we're gonna go ahead and get out of here because the time's up. But listen, I love everybody that came into the broadcast. They really appreciate y'all. If you shared it, thank you. If you shared an emoji, thank you. KP, E Digger, thank you guys for your weekly contribution to the show. I really appreciate y'all. But I gotta skedaddle because I can hear my son downstairs having a whole conniption right now. So let me go and take care of that. But you guys have a great rest of your week, man. We love y'all. We'll see y'all next Sunday.